Good evening, hockey fans. Welcome to tonight's Midwest High School Hockey League game between the home Dubuque Saints and the visiting Sioux City Metros.
Left wing, number 7, Easton Carlson.
Metros were victorious in the JV contest, 3-2.
Max Trosberg. In goal, number 35, Gunnar Moninger. The Metros are coached by Shaquille Moraski and assisted by Matt McGee and Chandler.
Sounds working. Saints
And
starting
now
lineup
the
on the
starting
way out.
lineup for your Dubuque Saints. At right defense.
Who needs music for
From
starting
senior
lineup?
high school, number 17, Ben Zick.
Starting in defense, number 17, a senior from Dubuque Senior. Number 17,
At
Ben
left
Zick.
defense from Hempstead High School, number 12, Landon Schultz.
You have the defensive partner, number 12 from Hempstead High School,
number 22,
sophomore, Landon
Cade
Schultz.
Weiner.
From Dubuque Senior, number 22, Cade Weiner.
Number 14, Jensen Hill.
From Dubuque Wallert, number 14, Jensen Hill.
Hempstead High School, number 13, Sammy Ruiz.
And at center, number 13, the captain, Sammy Ruiz.
West Dubuque High School, number 35, Trevor Breed.
And between the pipes would be number 35 from West Dubuque High School, junior, Trevor Breen.
And now, we ask that you please rise and honor our nation's flag as Stephanie Powell sings our national anthem.
Stephanie Powell sings the anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Let's go, boys, we're playing some hockey.
Stephanie Powell. Mother to number 29, Wyatt Powell. Sioux City comes into the game off to a slow start this season. They are 0-4 and one either overtime or shootout loss. Saints have been rolling as the first 4 games of the season, starting out 4-0. Hat tricks by Weiner, Sheehy, and just Thursday night, Jackson Heacock. They're outscoring their opponents 30-8. And Carlson will be the man in the middle. He'll be joined by Ethan Fox and Colin Watt. Saints will be wearing the Saturday Night Special jerseys. I want to welcome all the Sioux City viewers watching the feed. See that you're not broadcasting. Usually have a very good broadcast team. I want to commend them, but happy to have you. Warn you that the comments made by me are mine only. have nothing to do with the Dubuque Youth Hockey, high school hockey team, or the Midwest High School Hockey League. Hughes lines up across from Trosper, pucks down, Saints control. Played through the neutral zone. Cade Weiner has it there. Dances across the blue line. Schultz comes in, picks it up. He'll streak down the far board, sends out in front, loose puck. Chip to the corner now. Sent back behind the net. Sioux City back to get it. They'll force it out the far side. Ahead to Trosper. Trosper carries it across the blue line. Rolls off his stick. Now kick back. Played all the way back. Blocked in front by Weiner. Now that's Sammy Ruiz gets it across. Can't quite hit Weiner on the cross-ice pass. Now sent up the far boards. Weiner tries to pull it off there. It's met with resistance. Trosper through center ice. Dumps it into the zone. Sheehy plays it around him. Alex Henkel in. Got Sheehy with him. Shot just wide of the net. Kicks off the near boards. Played back out to center ice. Anders Hill is there. He'll play over to Liam Henry. Liam dumps it ahead. Got a touch, so no ice. Jackson Heacock chases it back. Wrapped around to the far side. Sioux City plays it out to center ice. We're going to get a delayed call. Alex Henkel's going to spend 2 minutes in the box for tripping. That was not tripping. That was interference, but I think 2 minutes is 2 minutes. Welcome to post in the chat messages. You want to give a shout out to anyone? I'm happy to butcher any name that you put in there. So the Saints will kill their first penalty. They got Sheehy and Heacock out there to do it. Puck's down, controlled by Sioux City. Back to the point. Shot, fired on net, kick to the corner by Breen. Out to the blue line, dump back in. Just in time, Liam Henry back behind the net. Forced around to the far side. Trosper's got it there. Played ahead, cross-ice pass. Sent out in front, blocked by Anders Hill in front. Now kick to the corner. Trosper picks it up there. Wheels at the blue line. Dumps off his new partner. Shot, fired, kicked wide by Breen. Squirts out to center ice. Jackson Heacock applies the pressure. Dumped into the zone. Anders Hill back to get it. There's speed he wasn't ready for there. Back behind the net it goes. Kick back to the blue line. Shot, saved by Breen. Bounced out in front. Now fired around the other side. Now Anders Hill. Off the glass, out to center ice. Jackson Heacock back to pressure the issue. They'll spin off and go for a change. New killer's on. Cade Weiner down in the defensive zone. Sioux City will bring it out. Forced wide. Jensen Hill over there. Now dumped into the zone. Breen stops it behind his net. Benzik wraps it around. A little too hot for Weiner to get, so it'll go a little length of the ice. Moniger's back there. He'll play it out to the far side. Hope back there has Weiner pestering him. Back behind the net. Sioux City will play it up the near boards. Jensen Hill across the blue line, dumps it in, just off the glove of Netley. Hill's the first one there. Tries to play it back to the point. Sioux City takes it away. Up to Owensby. Trosper tries to send in a pass. Aerial pass couldn't be connected. Now it's blocked in front.
Saints full straight.
Back to the center ice. It's dumped back in by Sioux City. Benzik struggles to get it up from behind the net. They'll send it to the far corner. Nobody home. Sioux City tries to play it out in front. Xander Sheehy picks it up. He's got Jackson Heacock up in front. Didn't see him. Sheehy walks it into the zone. Cuts across at the goal line. Heacock picks it up. Wheels at the blue. Sends it towards the net. Kicked out in front. Henkel almost soccer kicked it into the net. Sioux City floats it out to center ice. Back behind the net. Now it's kicked out in front. Loose puck in the slot. Saved by Breen. Heads up. Liam Henry tries to send us a souvenir. Thanks, Liam. We've got about $8 billion at my house. I don't need another. So Sioux City with a small roster this year. We only got 2 players on the protected list. About 24 players on the roster. So a lot of these kids that we saw at the JV contest. As you said, the JV team was victorious for Sioux City. Saul in for the faceoff. He'll line up against, I can't tell, Tyler Randall. Also in the JV contest. Randall up there with Eli Schwartz, Michael Pulse. Sioux City will send off Jack Strasper. They'll line up across from Randall. And Sammy Rouge will make a change. Now it's Cade Weiner. Through center ice, takes it wide, drives towards the net, backhander, saved by Moniger. Played back, Honors Hill, tries to dump it down, gets it to Weiner. Weiner can't dance away from one. Sioux City into the attacking zone. Played out, just ahead of Honors Hill, or Jensen Hill. Hill will race it down in front of the Sam Doris, cuts back. Out in front, nice shot. No goal. No goal, says Carlson. Not sure who fired that. Weiner, Ruiz, and Hill still stay out there. Actually, no, here comes the change. Sheehy, Heacock, and Henkel hop out. They've got Schultz and Cooper Smith back on defense. Sioux City the other way. Into the attacking zone. Shot from the circle. Saved by Breen. Loose puck. Picked up by Sheehy. He'll wheel the other way. Got Henkel and Heacock on the far side. Cuts across the blue line. Right down the middle. Slides into the net and knocks the net off. Jack Strasper drops over the bench for Sioux City. Strasper played on the showcase team with Team Midwest. Teammates to Sheehy and Weiner. So always nice to see a familiar face. Jax is he's a high-speed guy. Always has a smile on his face. He's a good player. Sheehy lines up across from him. Puck's down. Controlled by Sioux City. Glove down by Sheehy. He's got it on the near boards. Kicks off to Henkel. Henkel turns, fires a shot. Kicks up to the far side. Thrown out in front by Sheehy. Nobody home. Cross ice pass. Sioux City's with a little room to operate inside the zone. Centering puck. Bounces out to the far side. Out to the blue line. Blocked by Henkel. Played ahead by Schultz. Or that's Smith. Nobody home. And then it'll go for an ice. So 12:23 left in the first period. Shots on goal favor the Metro. 6-4. We get the third line of Eli Schwartz. Michael Pulls, Tyler Randall. Backed by Blake Schrader and Ben Zick. Beckett steps into the faceoff for Sioux City. Randall wins it. Back to the corner. Schrader tries to play it up the near boards, or far boards, and does. Held in by Sioux City at the blue line. Eli Schultz plays it out to center ice. Sioux City steals in front of the deep bench, and they'll wheel it back into the zone. Down to the goal line it goes. Ben Zick tries to force it up the near boards. Schrader plays it ahead to Schwartz. There you go, Michael Pulse, just inside the blue line. Can't quite hold on to it. Delayed offsides on Dubuque. Now they tag up. Sioux City regroups. They'll lay it off to center ice. Cycled back again. He'll go D to D. Turns it over. Michael Polis. Oh, shoots it on the side of the net. Knocked off there. Sioux City will control. They'll bring it up the near side. That's Saul. Plays it through center ice. Knocked off there. Dumped in by Samuel Ruiz. Kicks on the sideboards to Cade Weiner. We'll battle Trosper. Trosper sends it over to the far side. Played back behind the net. It's Weiner again. Pins the man up against the boards. Loses his stick. Samuel Ruiz walks it up the near boards all the way out to the blue line. Shot from the high slot. Almost tipped in front. Cade Weiner bouncing puck. Can't control. Nets off. See, we've got 55 viewers. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. We've got 445 subscribers. We're trying to get to 5,000 by the end of the night, so any help's appreciated. Late change coming out. Should be Hankel and Heacock. They're backed by Liam Henry and Anders Hill. Carlson discusses things with the Sioux City coach. Sioux City's got a new head coach this year. It's Shaq, and I'm not even going to try his last name. Sheehy in for the faceoff against Trosper. Puck's down. Sent around the back of the net. Henkel pushes the issue there, knocks it loose. Back below the goal line. Heacock back. Tries to send it out in front, hits the back of the net. Spins away into the corner. Dumps it down to the corner. Sheehy jumps over his stick. He spinned against the boards, but Henkel swoops in, picks it up. Gives back to Anders Hill at the point. Shot, deflected back to the back wall. Sheehy spins away, gets it off to Henkel. Shot out in front, loose puck in the slots. Sioux City collects it, poke loose there by Henkel. Now it's fed out to center ice. Sheehy must have drawn a penalty. There it is. High stick. Heard one of the 7 words you can't say on television. At least you couldn't say them in the 90s. Things have changed quite a bit. 2 minutes for high sticking. Paducah sends out its power play unit. Samuel Ruiz, Jensen Hill, Xander Sheehy, Cade Weiner, Alex Henkel.
Metros penalty at 9:18 in the first. Number 32, Peyton Angerman for high sticking. That'll be an O'Connor and Thomas Law Firm power play.
They ran a second off the clock on the face-off. Hope he's not going to make him put it back on and just wait a second to start it. Ruiz into the face-off against Trosper. Sioux City wins. Oh, Trosper had stepped out. Someone else took the face-off. But now he'll race it up. Knocked off the puck in front of the Dubuque bench. Samuel Ruiz back behind the net. Trosper high energy presses him. Ruiz now out. Carries it through center ice into the attacking zone. He'll drive wide to the corner. He's got Weiner up in front. Walks to the near side now. Controls out the blue line. Passes up to Henkel. Henkel drives it down to the goal line. Out of the reach of Sheehy behind the net. Backhanded all the way back. Ruiz can't hold it in at the blue line. He'll dump it off. Sends it back into the zone. Delayed offside. And Sioux City will send it to lane. So 1:20 left on the power play. Alex Henkel back to get it. I'll leave it there for Landon Schultz. We'll get the second unit out. Holes and Zick. Posts to the blue line. Heads ahead to Jackson Heacock. He'll work it all the way down to the far corner. Tries it out in front. Sent to the near side. Still the first man there. He bangs it down to the corner. Pulls there to get it. Dances away from a check. Ben Zick behind the line. Out in front! Jackson Heacock tries to smash it in. Can't quite do it. Looks like Eli Schwartz. Nice move. Played out to center ice. Schultz back to get it. All the way back to the defensive zone. Sioux City will pressure it. Now peel off. Schultz works it up the near side. Cross-ice pass over to Schwartz. Carries it into the zone. Rubbed off the puck there, though. Sioux City's got it, and they'll fire at the lights. Kicks over to Breen. He tees it up for Schultz. Sioux City pressures beyond the net. Schultz walks away from one. 5-on-3 the other way if we hurry. Schultz gets in the way from another guy at the blue line. Cuts to the slot. Forced off the puck.
Metro.
Heacock with the steal behind the net. Tries it out in front. Loose puck. Oh! Jackson Heacock! And the Saints are the first to strike. 1-0. Jackson Heacock with the blue collar goal. Got it from behind the net, tried the wraparound, and eventually forced it past Monaco. I think the penalty had just expired, so that's an even strength goal. We'll check the game feed. Was entered. Ruiz out with Weiner and Hill.
Saints goal scored by number
Controlled by Sioux
38,
City.
Jackson Heacock.
Loose puck bounced to the corner behind the net. Sioux City will control there. Played out to the faceoff dot. All the way back to the blue line. Fired towards the net. Controlled there by Ruiz. They'll carry it up to center ice. Into the attacking zone. Drives wide. All the way down to the corner. He's got Hill in front. Chipped over his stick. Sammy now. High slot. Throws it towards the net. Saved by Moniger. And we'll go to whistle. They do have that recorded as a power play goal for Jackson Heacock, unassisted. 9:51. This would have been a power play still. So we'll get the third line out of Eli Schwartz, Tyler Randall, and Michael Poles. Puck's down, controlled by Sioux City. They'll work it back behind their own net. Swings it around to the near side, turns and goes back behind the net. Big hit there. Sioux City player heads to the bench. Sioux City carries it into the zone. Work down to the goal line, sent out in front. Saved by Breen. Kick back to the corner. Play ahead to Schwartz. Schwartz has got it there. Can't get it quite to Michael Polt. It's taken away by Sioux City at center ice. They'll play back. Poles chips it into the zone. There's a little Merle twist and twirl. Sent ahead by Sioux City all the way into the zone. Honors Hill will chase it down to the corner. Tries to put the man into the boards. No, he's got him. Schultz turns it over in the corner. Picked up by Sheehy. He'll work it up the near boards, just out of his reach. Heacock's got it. He's got Henkel on the far side. Sheehy with him. Oh, nice pass by Henkel. Nice goal by Sheehy. I'm sorry, Heacock with a beautiful feed over to Sheehy, and that makes it 2-0 in favor of the Saints. So Sheehy got it off the boards, fed it ahead to Heacock. Heacock carried it into the zone, gave it back to Sheehy. Sheehy did the easy part, tucked it just underneath the bar. So it's 2-0 in favor of the Saints. 5:35 left in the first period. Shots on goal, favor Dubuque, 11-6. Puck's down, controlled by Sioux City. I'll try and work it in the zone. I'll get it deep into the corner. Schultz plays behind the net.
Saints goal scored by number 34.
Played ahead. Augerman's got it in his own blue line. Chases all the way back to the defensive zone. Henkel there. They'll send it out the far side. Sioux City back through neutral ice. Turned over, collected by Heacock. He'll dump it in and go for a change. Henkel's a glutton for punishment. He'll stay out there and push the issue a little longer. Knocks it loose. Cade Weiner tries to scoop it in the corner. Knocks it loose, but collected by Sioux City. They'll turn again. Sent back through the middle. Poke loose. Henkel now. Shot. Saved by Moniger. Weiner feeds it back to Henkel. Bouncing puck. Collected by Sioux City. They'll send it up. A little too hot to handle for Blake Schrader. All the way back to the corner. Trosper battles for it there. Collected by Landon Schultz. He'll feed it out to the near side. Taken away by Sioux City. Drop back down to the corner. That's Sammy Ruiz. Tries to play it out the far side. Gets it up to Jensen Hill. Out to the neutral zone, but just can't connect with Cade Weiner. Down the near side, Sioux City comes, taken away by the Saints. Cade Weiner kicks it off his stick. It'll go to the length. Moniger out to play it. Fires it off the far boards. Got the Saints in a little bit of a change here. Now they regroup. Trosper feeds it through the middle. Collected and fired towards the net. Blocked there. Back up to the blue line. Sioux City fires it in. It's gloved down by Blake Schrader. Now back to Schrader. Backhands it just out in front of the Saints bench. Weiner tries to spin away from one. Puck's fired into Colin Watt. He's tough. He's a hockey player. Played back to the Sioux City defensive zone. They'll fire it up the length. Shipped into the zone by Owenby. Anders Hill back behind the net. Plays it around to Liam Henry. Tries to fire across the ice. It's deflected. Jumps all the way out to the scores table. Michael Poles giving up about 2 feet to number 11 for Sioux City. Taken away. Tyler Randall dumps it back down into the zone. Kicks over to Poles. Poles fires a shot high. Connected by Randall in the corner. He'll fire it back behind the net. Now Poles in the corner. Fires it back. Eli Schwartz. Stick check and pushes the issue. Hard body shot into the corner. Fired back to the blue line. Sioux City will carry it out to neutral ice. Dumped into the zone. Anders Hill back to get it. Drops off for Schwartz. Schwartz back to Henry. Henry behind the net. Spins away from one. Tries to play it out. Stolen by Sioux City. Sent out in front. Trosper's got it there. Shot. Blocked by a defender. Face off. That's off. So 2:25 left in the first period. Saints up ahead, 2-0. Look at the Midwest line of Sheehy, Peacock, and Henkel back out. Schultz and Cooper Smith. Trosper will line up for the faceoff for Sioux City. One by Dubuque. Cooper Smith fires out the boards. Alex Henkel can't quite chip it around one. Now Sioux City. Sheehy takes it away from Trosper. Kicks ahead just out of the reach of Jackson Heacock. Picks it up though on the far side. Leaves it for Sheehy. Walks it down. Centering pass just out of the reach of Henkel. Back the other way, Sioux City comes. Dump back. Cooper Smith picks it up on the goal line. Fires it back to the far corner. Henkel back to get it. Tries to play it ahead. Just too far for Sheehy. And we'll get the icing call. For those familiar with, or not familiar with the broadcast, that time in the top does not mean the clock. It's a bug with my software. Can't fix it. Can't make it go away. Sammy Ruiz out with Weiner and Hill. Pucks down. Weiner steals it off the faceoff. Takes it wide. Dances around one. He's got Hill in the middle. Weiner shot goal. Cade Weiner runs the lead to 3. Some fancy work down the boards. Cuts towards the net. Beats Moniger. So 3-0 now. 1:40 left in the first period. Line will stay out.
That's a Saints goal by number 22.
Ruiz lines up for the faceoff across from Trosper. Saints win the faceoff over to Jensen Hill. He gets it ahead to Weiner. Weiner drives into the zone. Tries to short drag one. Leaves it for Sammy Ruiz. It's knocked off his stick. Gets it back though. Jensen Hill shot. Saved by Monica. Holds on for the whistle. Saints see the line the Metro send out. They'll send out the Midwest line. Zick and Schultz back on defense. Sheehy for the faceoff. Wins it over to Henkel. Henkel from the top of the circle fires just wide of the net. Wraps around to the far side. Landon Schultz has it there. Banks it down to the corner. Sheehy tries to pull it off with his feet. Can't quite do it. Henkel or Heathcock comes over. Shot. Fired just wide. Kicks back off though. Sheehy back out in front. So Sheehy's got it. And they're going the other way with numbers. Gets around Zick. Crossfield tries to center it. Nice back check by Schultz. And it's Heathcock the other way now. Drives it wide. Cuts towards the net. Spins. Tries the back check. And we got a delayed call. Maybe they're saying truck really loud, but I can hear them yelling it from up here. So City back to the box. 2 minutes for nothing. JJ and Hope. So with 55 seconds left in the first period, Saints will go back on the power play. Unit of Hill, Ruiz, Henkel, Weiner, and Sheehy. It's a lot of offense out there, ladies and gentlemen. Ruiz in for the faceoff.
JJ Hope for high sticking. That's another O'Connor and
Over to
Thomas
Sheehy.
power
Sheehy gets it back to
play.
Henkel. Tries to get it back to Sheehy. Hill behind the goal line. He'll walk it up the far boards. Tries to spin. Gets the ref out of the way. That's to Henkel. Shot. Saved by Mountain. Held on for the whistle. .43 seconds. Ruiz in for the faceoff again against Strasburg. Pucks down, back to Henkel. Henkel tries down, dumps it down to the goal line. Spun away there. Still battle for behind the net. Now it's Weiner, stops in, picks it up. Fakes the lead for Henkel. Gives it up. It's Strasburg on a breakaway. Ruiz tries to run him down. Gets enough of it. Drives him into the boards hard though. Played back to Strasburg in the corner. He's just going to try and muck it for 18 seconds. Hill walks away with it. Strasburg still on his back. Played ahead to Weiner. 10 seconds left on the clock. No one else knows this. They can scream it louder. 5 seconds. Sam Ruiz content to just go to the period, I guess. So after one, the Saints are ahead 3-0. Shots on goal favor the Saints 15-6. We'll come back with a minute on the power play to start the second period. There's definitely a truck. Someone keeps calling for a truck down there from the Sioux City bench. We'll take a break, clean the ice, get something to eat. See you back in 20 minutes. Just about underway here in the second period. Saints will be on the power play for 1 minute and 5 seconds. Scores from around the league. It was Mason City over Bogie, 4-1. Ames over Quad Cities, 6-2. Capitals and Lancers currently tied at 4. More later. Ruiz into the faceoff. Wins it. Gets it back to Jensen Hill, who dumps it to the corner where Alex Henkel isn't. He goes back and gets it though. Wheels it out the near side, down the ice with the head of steam across the blue line. Poke loose there, ducks around the check. He's back behind the net. All the way around to the far corner. Tries to get it back up to the point. Held in there by Weiner. Fires a shot high and wide. Gets away from Jensen Hill. Weiner back to poke check it now. Picks it up. What do we call it here? Tripping. Cade Weiner going to the box for 2 minutes for tripping. I didn't see it. I didn't hit record on the play, so the camera didn't follow the play. Luckily, the camera was pointed right at where that happened.
For number 22, Cade Weiner.
Weiner to the box, 2 minutes for tripping. We'll get Heacock and Sheehy out for the 4-on-4. They're backed by Anders Hill and Liam Henry. Puck's down. Laying it up the far boards. Liam Henry now plays it back to Anders. Anders back over to Liam. He'll play it ahead to Sheehy. Sheehy through the neutral zone. Spins away. There you go. Oh, tries to play it ahead to Heacock, just out of his reach. Back behind the net it goes. Sioux City to set it up behind the net there. Float ahead.
Metro.
Knocked off the puck there by Heacock. He'll play it high off the glass. Right into Sheehy's feet. Sheehy one-on-one the other way. Shot wide of the net. Wrapped all the way back around, out in front. Sheehy knocked off the puck. Still battles for it there. We'll get some fresh legs out. Henkel and Hill jump over the boards. Played ahead to Trosper. Trosper will work it up in front of the scores table. Into the attacking zone. Cuts just past Jensen Hill. Shot. Deflected high and wide. Down four in the corner. Anders Hill has it stuck underneath him. Now loose puck in the slot. It's walked away by Sioux City. Got about a 45-second power play here. Shot. Blocked in front. William Henry took a puck to the foot there. Struggles to get to the bench. Ben Zick jumps out to take his place. Sioux City full head of steam. Jack Strasper into the attacking zone. Down to the corner. Played out in front. Jensen Hill sends it ahead to Alex Henkel. Still in the penalty kill, they'll let it go. Saints caught in a bad change here. Ben Zick, though, forces it wide. Sioux City pulls off the board. Shot.
Saints. Oh, strength.
Eli Schwartz now on the far side. Battles for the puck. Strasburg's got it. Dumps it off. Along the goal line. Shot. Kicked out in front by Breen. Poles has got it. Cycles back behind the net. He'll work it up the far side. Cuts through the middle ice. Into the neutral zone. Dumps it into the zone. Moniker back to try and stop it. Around to the far side. Eli Schwartz is a big hit. Sent the length of the ice by Sioux City, and we'll get a whistle. So 13:52 left in the second period. Saints in control, 3-0. Shots on goal favor the Saints, 15-8. Tyler Randall steps in for the faceoff. Wins it back to Schwartz. Rolls off his stick. Randall tries to get it over to the poles. Back to Randall. Shot. Deflected high off the glass. Schwartz has got it in the corner, plays it back to the point. Liam Henry's got it there, fires it on net. Randall gets a piece of it, not enough to redirect. Randall now cycles back behind the net. Schwartz battles for it back there. Sent back behind the goal line. Michael Pohl still battling for it back there. Third line doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Just make them work hard for it for a shift or two of periods. Played ahead by Anders Hill. His brother Jensen runs it down. Gets away from one. Sammy Ruiz gets it back to Jensen. Off to Sammy. Shot. Loose puck in front. Anders chips it down to Cade Weiner. Forgot about Cade in the corner. Backhander shot. Saved by the goaltender. Jensen Hill plays nice with the Metros in front. We'll get a whistle. Fresh bodies on the ice for Sioux City. Top line will stay out. Sammy Ruiz, Cade Weiner, Jensen Hill, Ben Zick, and Blake Schrader. Puck down, Sioux City controls. Back behind the net, they'll try and fire it up center ice. Nothing but tip. Breen leaves it off there for Schrader. Schrader plays it to the corner to Zick. Jumps over his stick. Now played back. Schrader ahead to Weiner, but can't connect. Goes the length for an icing. Now we'll get the Midwest line out. Finkel, Heacock, and Sheehy. Sheehy did the face-off against Strasburg. Sioux City controls. They'll dump it back behind the net. Circles around to the near corner. Schrader there to knock off the puck. Saved by Breen. Wrapped around to the far side. Sioux City back to the point. Blocked by Heacock. Now Sheehy pokes it loose. Sheehy one-on-one. He's got Heacock coming in late. Sheehy draws a penalty, goes into the boards hard. Looks like he's up. He's not happy about it, but he's up. So Dubuque back to the power play. Sheehy good enough to stay out and play it. Sammy Ruiz asking Carlson for a penalty shot. Carlson says no.
So a 2-minute penalty for number 14.
Sheehy in for the face-off.
That makes it an encounter. Thomas Lawfer power
Wins it and sends it to link. Cade Weiner back to get it. Takes it back behind the net. Now he'll walk out with it. Gives it back to Sheehy behind the net. Sheehy works out the far side. Plays it back to Weiner. Seems like a save play. Weiner into the attacking zone. All the way down to the goal line. Cycles back behind the net. We'll come back to the blue line. Drop it off for Ruiz, who gives it right back to Weiner. Weiner walks away from one. Drops down low, back to Hill. Hill backhands it, or Sioux City backhands it out of the zone. Sammy Ruiz all the way back to get it. Breen tees it up for him there. Ruiz blows an edge, recovers, sends it the length of the ice. Sheehy, 1-on-3, walks around one, can't quite get the shot off. Gets his own rebound though. Now it's played off. Ruiz tries to run it down. Jack Strasburg. Now it's Henkel down the near side in front of the bench. Shot. Bouncing puck out into the slot. Michael Pohl's out there. He's dragged down. No penalty. Heacock back to the blue line. Dumps it down to the corner. Ben Zick there to get it. He's ridden into the boards. Taken away by Poles. Sioux City will try and pin it on the end boards. They'll wrap it out the near side. Held in by Schultz. Fed down to Poles. Poles gets a shot. Goes wide. Kick back to Schwartz. Too hot to handle. All the way to the length of the ice. Breen tees it up there for Schultz. Schultz picks it up. Spins away from one. Gives off to Heacock. Heacock down the far side. Full head of steam. Cuts around one towards the net. Backhander. Saved by Moniger. Chipped up into the air. On the boards. Heacock's got it now. Walks it back to the blue line. Fired towards the net. Saved by Moniger. Schwartz will ramp it down. Heacock in the corner. Kicks it out front. Too hot for Michael Poles to handle. Sioux City will come the other way. 2-on-3. Power play's over. Back to 5 aside. Tries to tuck it in on the far side. That won't work. Brock Smothers takes a big hit there behind the net. Michael Poles centering pass. Sioux City says thank you and fires the puck 2 feet high. Wrapped around behind the net. Landon Schultz back to get it in the corner. They'll send it to the far side where Heacock's still there. Gets away from him though. Dumped back down in the corner by Sioux City. Ben Zick now. Fires it back up the boards. Heacock's still there. Now he'll send it the length of the ice. On net, so no icing. I think Heacock just. Oh! Michael Poles late to the game. Shot. Moniger's knocked the net at least a foot off. But he puts it back on. Thoughtful. Still blow the whistle. We get the fourth line of E's and T's. Elliot Troush and Brock Smothers out there. Anders Hill, Liam Henry back on defense. Net's still trying to be adjusted there by Ethan Fox. T's in for the faceoff. Smothers has it in the corner. He'll wrap it around the boards to Elliot Troush. Fires it back to Liam Henry at the blue line. Just outside the blue line. Tees dumps it in. Takes a big hit into the boards. Loose puck. Brock Smothers with a nice shot. Still loose in front. Fourth line just wreaking havoc. Oh, tried to get a shot off. Sioux City the other way. Sent on net. Green will kick it to the corner. Liam Henry back behind the net. Reverses field, goes back behind the net again. Troush gets it ahead to Smothers. 2-on-1 the other way. Smothers and Tees. Smothers from the top of the circle. Rebound kicked out to the slot just ahead of Tees. Trosper picks it up. There you go. Tees gets it off to Cade Weiner off the bench. Walks down the middle. Shot. Pops straight up in the air. Smothers humped into the boards. Back behind the net, Sioux City goes. Smothers giving up 2.5 feet. Liam Henry holds it in, dumps it back down to the corner. It's a hand pass in the defensive zone. They allow those. Sammy Ruiz, big body hit. Weiner walks it back behind the net. Reverses field, sends it back up the far side. Sioux City steals. It's Strasburg now. Centering pass. Bouncing puck loose. Through the slot to the near corner. Played back to the point. Prosper's got it there. Taken away by Dubuque. Jensen Hill forces it back out to neutral ice. Sioux City will go D to D. And back. On the near side now. Through center ice. Unconnected. Liam Henry doesn't get there. We're hoping for a icing call. You can't stop skating and get the icing call. That's not how that works. Out of the zone. Ruiz gives off to Weiner. Weiner can't walk through the middle. Trosper takes it. He'll go the other way. Back through center ice. Jensen Hill's going to draw a penalty. That wasn't really a penalty. Moniger to the bench. Sioux City controls at neutral ice. Knocked away by Weiner. Holding will be the call. Jensen Hill has no idea. He's the guilty party. Sheehy and Heacock. Out with Dick and Schultz. Excuse me.
Jensen and Hill for holding.
Saints ahead on shots, 25-11. Sioux City on the power play again. Face off won by Sheehy. Plays it up the near boards where he's tripped. Far worse than Jensen Hill just got away with, but now played off the boards, right to the ice. Heacock down to keep things interesting. High into the glass, trapped up on the far side. Sheehy steals it, tries to walk out in front, loose puck. Couple whacks at it. Fresh legs out on the Sioux City power play. Just 24 seconds in, the Saints leave their penalty killers up. Sheehy in for the faceoff. Won by Dubuque. Sheehy works it down to the corner. Loses it behind the net. Sioux City controls. Cross ice pass. Collected in front of the Dubuque bench by Sioux City. They'll go D to D. Played up the middle. They'll work around to the far side. Hits the brakes. Got a little catch on the far side. Now back behind the net. Back to the near point. It's O&B. Goes D to D. Shot. Loose in front. Knocked back to the end wall. Sheehy and Zick battle for it. Still battle for it. Now squirted out to the near side. Schultz will be the first one there. Gives a nice reverse check. Tries to play it back behind the net. Sioux City takes it away. Centering puck. Pass. Fed back down. It'll wrap right on the knee side. Schultz sends it the length. Jackson Heacock. Nearest man on the ice. He'll go for a change. Weiner jumps out. He's got Henkel with him. Centering pass. Jumps over the Sioux City stick, and they'll try and feed it back to the blue line. Henkel now. He's got Weiner with him. Sends it ahead. Weiner shot. Saved by Moniger. Nice feed by Henkel on the shorty. Weiner got a shot off. Didn't have enough time to elevate it. Moniger with a nice save. Sammy Ruiz will jump out, join Cade Weiner. 11 seconds left on the Hill penalty. Puck's down, Sioux City controls. They'll work it to the corner. Thinks about trying to get back behind the net. 5 seconds left on the penalty.
Saints Gold Spring.
There's an ice. Seconds after the power play expired. So we'll get a face-off in the Dubuque zone. Ruiz, Hill, and Weiner out with Hill and Henry back on defense. Ruiz in for the face-off against Strasper. Puck's down, won by Dubuque, back to Honors Hill. Tries to send it forward, held in by Jensen temporarily. Now it's sent to the near side. Sammy Ruiz hits the gas, goes down to press the issue. Set behind the net to by Sioux City. They cycle back. Knocked off the puck there by Weiner. Sammy Ruiz forces it back, popped up into the netting for a whistle. First legs out for Sioux City. Third line pops up for Dubuque. Randall pulls in shorts. These guys have been doing a great job the last couple games, just being the energy line. Go in and don't even have to make offensive plays, just make them try and force it out of their defensive zone. Randall in for the faceoff. He's got Smith in the shooter spot. Sioux City wins, Molly recovers. We do this all again. 4 minutes left in the period. Puck's down. Randall wins it. Duke continues to battle for it. Pole sends it towards the net. Moniger covers. Again, that's all you want from this third line. I don't need quality opportunities. I just want the puck on the net in our zone. Student section is on their feet. Randall in for the faceoff again. Got pulls in the shooting spot. Won by Sioux City. Forced to the corner. They'll bang it high off the glass. Back to Schultz. Schultz fires it back up the boards. Pulls, works it off the boards. Again, press the issue down in the defensive zone. They'll dump it back in. Sioux City regroups in the defensive zone. D to D. Back up through the middle. Across the blue line it comes. Into the attacking zone. The Metros will carry it. Taken away by Cooper Smith. Played back behind the net. Schultz has got it there. Hard off the boards to Poles. Sends it out of the zone. Not enough juice for icing. Left in the corner by Sioux City. Now collected by Schwartz. He drops off for Sheehy. Sheehy drives the center line. Taken away. Sioux City the other way. 1-on-4. Those numbers suck. Schultz pushes the issue on the far side. Sioux City walks it down from the blue line. Shot. Fired wide of the nets. Ankles battles for it. Shot out in front. Loose puck. Green covers for a whistle. Schultz will head off. Blake Schrader will take his place. Sheehy in for the faceoff. Won by Sioux City. They'll get it back to the D. Sent on net. Blocked by Sheehy in front. Henkel gloves it down. Plays it ahead to Sheehy. Sheehy chips it off the boards. Walks around one. Loses it on the boards. Now played long cross ice pass. Owenby tries to drop it. Hard off the boards by Heacock. Fired on net. Caught by Breen. That'll get a whistle. Forgot about Cade. Jumps over the boards. Jensen Hill. Anders Hill. Liam Henry. Samuel Ruiz already out there. Ruiz wins the faceoff, sends it back. Back around the near side to Hill. Can't quite get it out. It's knocked back behind the net. Anders Hill plays it ahead to his brother. Kicks it off the boards. Sammy Ruiz sends it far side over to Liam Henry. Liam plays it out to center ice. Cade Weiner knocks a man off the puck there. It's played back to the Sioux City defense. 2 minutes left in the period. Taken away by Weiner. Shot on net. Saved by Moniger. Kick to the corner. Sammy Ruiz first to get it. Wraps around to the far side. Liam Henry now forces it down to the corner. It's taken away by Sioux City there. Weiner gets it back. From the faceoff dot. Shot high over the net. Ruiz picks it up on the near boards. Down to Weiner just over his stick. Jensen Hill battle forward in the corner. It's played up the far side. Saints trap him in, knock it back into the zone. Sioux City clears it back out. Anders Hill hard up the boards. Played ahead by Ruiz. D to D. Sheehy off the bench, shot. Clang goes the crossbar. 1:16 left to go in the first period. Henkel and Heacock jump over the boards to join Sheehy. Cooper Smith and Schultz back on D. Sheehy to the faceoff. Wins it. Sioux City takes it away. They'll rush the other side. Overskates the puck. Jackson Heacock now at the red line. Plays it high into the air. Monitor plays it down. Sends it to the near corner. Henkels battles for it there. Tries to get it low to Sheehy. Back to Henkels on the blue line. Shot. Saved by Monitor. Holds on for a whistle. 54 seconds left in the first period. Shots on goal. Tilted the Saints' way. 30-14. Sheehy again for the face-off. He's got Hankles behind him. Puck's down, controlled by Sioux City temporarily. Cooper Smith jumps in, gets a piece of it. Now it's knocked off to center ice. Heacock's got it there. Hard off the glass, into the zone. Moniger over to get it. Drops it back behind the net. Sioux City works it out the far side. Heacock comes in and pokes it loose. Hankles comes in with a big hit. Battle for on the far boards. Heacock's got it there, sent it down to the corner. Hankles picks it up, wheels it up the boards, chips it back. Landon Schultz fires it towards the net. Hankles gets a piece of it, not quite enough. Loose puck over to Heacock, fires the shot. Hankles in the corner, 15 seconds left, gets it down to Sheehy behind the net. Played out the near side. Cooper Smith dumps it down low. Sheehy behind the net, 6 seconds, throws out in front, goal! Alex Hankel with a beautiful goal from Xander Sheehy. So Hankel on the board. That Team Midwest line is in mid-season form with just 4 seconds left. Scores now 4-0.
Goal scored by number
Sammy
7.
Ruiz to the face-off against Trosper.
Assisted by number 34.
Battle four in front. Wrestling match. And that'll do it for the second period.
At the end of the second period, Saints lead 4-0.
Trosper over to tell Moniger, good job. Wasn't your fault. Those guys are good.
Shots for the second period. Saints 17, Metros 8.
So 2 periods in the book. Saints are ahead 4-0. Shots on goal, 32 for the Saints, 14 for the Metros. We'll take a little break here. 15 minutes and the ice. We'll see you back. Just about underway here for the third and final period. Scores from around the league. It was Mason City over Bogie, 4-1. This is varsity scores. Ames over Quad Cities, 6-2. It was the Capitals over the Lancers in overtime, 6-5. Jets over Waterloo, 4-2. And the Oaks are currently beating the Stars, 2-1. Back to live action here. Quad City, or I'm sorry, Sioux City has it in the defensive zone. Stolen by Cade Weiner, shot. Saved by Monitor.
So it's not showing up like he deleted it.
Oh.
It was that holding that Xander's that.
Yeah.
And he said when I entered it must have gone in the first period.
Oh.
Like he deleted it and I like looked and I can't find it, but it, like I went to the thing and it's not like
Okay.
talking. But I'll check again.
Yeah. Back to live action. Sioux City controls in the defensive zone. Throws it up. Cade Weiner pulls it down there. Tries to dance around a couple. Runs into some traffic. Pokes it loose again. Sioux City back behind the nets. Weiner still bothering him back there. Played up the far boards. Sent out to center ice. It's Ben Zick. Plays over to Landon Schultz. Thrown through the middle. Sammy Ruiz gives off to Zick. Back over to Zick. So that wasn't the first guy. Sioux City into the zone. Trosper knocked off the puck there. Now it's Zick. Hard off the boards. Up ahead. Hope grabs it. Plays it D-to-D. Now reverse it. Bring it up the near side. Gets by Henkel. Tracks him down. Nice poke check. Shot saved by Green. Hold on. Sheehy, Henkel, and Peacock out there. Tuck down, controlled by Sioux City. Shot from the point. Held on by Green. Sheehy in for the faceoff. Won by Dubuque. Oh, wrapping around to the near boards. Held in at the point by Sioux City. Dumped back down below the goal line. Andersill gets it. Tries to spin away from one. Kick to the corner. Sheehy sends it up to Heacock. Heacock bangs it up the boards. Batted out of the play. Heacock back to get it. Takes it back again. Now he'll bring it up the boards. Cuts across the blue line. Henkels towards the net. Backhander. Oh! Moniger got just a piece of it before Henkels could bury it. Prosper brings it back for Sioux City. Ridden into the boards. Peacock ran Trosper into the board. He seems to be favoring his shoulder. Trosper down on the ice. Trainers attending to him. Coaches come out and take a look at it. He got headed to the penalty box. the favor in that right shoulder. Seems to be all right. Out of pain. See what the call is here on Heacock. So Heacock's being sent off. They put a 5-minute major up on the board for Jackson Heacock. Hasn't shown up on the game sheet yet, but I'm guessing it's a major for boarding. Still nothing from the score table or on the game sheet. 15 minutes to play here in the third period.
Saints penalty, 15 minutes left.
Elliot Troush will head over to serve the penalty.
Jackson Heacock, 5-minute major for charging. Game misconduct.
And a game misconduct. So
Southwest Health.
that'll close the book on Jackson Heacock for the weekend. Hopefully Jack Strasburg's all right. Puck's down, controlled by Sioux City. Back to the point. Fan down the shot. It's now sent in, tipped away by Liam Henry. Cade Weiner has it on the blue line. Gonna send it the length of the ice. Oliver stops it behind the net. He'll play the head to Angerman. Cycles it back behind the net. Long pass up the center ice. Chips ahead, gloved down by Jensen Hill. Cycles back into his own defensive zone, and Hill dump it in the zone. Carried out of the zone by Sioux City. Knocked off the puck by Weiner. He'll drop off. Sent the length of the ice by Liam Henry. Sioux City collects it behind their own net. Fired around to the far side. Sioux City now works it up through center ice. Into the attacking zone. Jensen Hill takes it off his stick and sends it out of play. So Sheehy and Henkel head out to kill the penalty. Still 3:46 left in the power play for Sioux City. Sheehy out for against back to the Sioux City blue line. Walk down, head down the far pole. Wrapped around the back of the net. Ben 6 there. He'll play it off the glass. Picks up Sheehy at center ice. He's got Henkel with him. Comes into the net. Knocks it off. We're going to face off outside the zone. Maybe not outside the zone. He looked like he went in pretty willingly and knocked the net off. Moniger with a nice save there. Stick and Schultz back on defense. Puck's down, played out to the far side. Schultz has got it there. Sends it the length of the ice. Henkel, he'll be the first one to get it in the corner. Knocks it back behind the net. He's got Sheehy sneaking in the back. Played around. Hits the brakes. He'll sit with it behind the net. Works to the corner. Turned over there. Sioux City controls. Up to center ice, they'll bring it. Into the attacking zone. Is that Trosper there? Well, Trosper's back on the ice, but he's in a significant amount of pain. Played back behind the net. Moniger stops it there. Plays it back to the near side. Sioux City walks it up to the near side. Up the middle. Liner knocks him off. Hill's going the other way. He'll walk it down to the corner, hit the brakes. Tries to dump it down the boards. Hagerman cuts to the slot. Taken away there. Jensen Hill now. He'll play it all the way back. Moniger back behind the net. He stops it there. Sioux City full head of speed. Kicked off a skate. That's an ice. No, it's not for some reason, I guess. Played out to center ice. Sioux City goes D to D. Played ahead to the blue line. Taken away by Anders Hill. Sent deep into the zone. Still a minute 20 left in that power play. Played over to the near corner. Saul's got it there. Henkel's wreaking havoc in the defensive zone. Now it's played out. Out to center ice. Sioux City will reverse it back behind the goal line. Trosper out there. Given what he's got. Sent into the zone by Sioux City. Wrapped around to the far corner. Sheehy battles for it there. Plays it back to the point. Knocks it loose. Sheehy on a breakaway. Post. Good shoot. Now sent back down. Sheehy in the corner to get it. Sioux City takes it away. They'll walk it up the far side.
Oh, hey! What?
That's off. We're going to call interference. Interference on Dubuque. When Schultz heads to the box. So still 20 seconds left on the major. So Sioux City will be 5-on-3. 20 seconds. Oh, we're getting a penalty shot. So penalty shot for Sioux City. Trevor Green. And that for Dubuque. The camera didn't move. That's saved by Green. Foul play for that. Logic needs a couple people to be moving in order to take advantage of that. Green with a nice save on the penalty shot. So still 20 seconds left on the Jackson Heacock Major. Jensen Hill in for the face-off. Yeah, Jensen Hill in for the face-off. Punch down, back to the Sioux City blue line. Shot. Well, our quick whistle on Carlson there. Punch wider in for the face-off. 15 seconds on the penalty. Punch down. Jensen Hill's got it. They'll work it up the near side. Gets around one. Get Weiner in the middle. Bouncing puck can't be controlled. Sioux City the other way. Played back behind the net. Liam Henry tries to spin away. Still battles for it behind the net. Samuel Ruiz off the bench. In to pick it up. They'll force it up the near boards. Ruiz ahead to Weiner. Weiner kicks it over the hill. Hill carries into the zone. Tries to get it back to Weiner. Harassed the whole way. Bouncing puck. Over to Ruiz. Sent on net. Hill couldn't quite get enough of it. And Sioux City will send it the length of the ice for an icing. So Eli Shorts will take Jackson Heacock's spot on the second line with Henkel and Sheehy. Sheehy in for the faceoff. Puck down, controlled by Sioux City. Schwartz in to get it though. Battles for it back behind the net. Knocks it loose. Still battles for it in the corner. Now it's fed out to the blue line. Cooper Smith sends it back behind the net. Alex Henkel there to pick it up in the near corner. Tries to send it back behind the net. Doesn't get enough of it. Schwartz comes in. Throws some muscle. Alex Henkel knocks it loose. Out into the front. Now still battles for it. Big hit there. Shot on net. Saved. Troska throwing a little ice on his shoulder on the bench. Good to see he's all right. None the worse for the wear. This has to be our Metro player skates. It looks like he's favoring his lower back. Sheehy into the faceoff. He's got Schwartz and Henkel out there with him. Puck's down. Back behind the net. Sheehy goes. He's got it out front. Still controls. Works it to the near boards. All the way back around behind the net again. Gets it around, taken back away. Now they'll get it. Forced to back out to super neutral ice. Eli Schwartz picks it up there. Drops it off for Cooper Smith. Fakes the first pass. Now he gets it up to Sheehy. Back to Smith. Over to Landon Schultz. Schultz does a little dance. Throws it up the middle. Poked loose by Sheehy. Now it goes to the D on Sioux City's D. Tyler Randall out. Play it up through the middle. Schwartz plays it just outside his blue line. Schwartz down, or Schultz down the boards. Takes a big hit there after the play. Now it's sent the other way. Poked loose by Cooper Smith. Shot through a screen. Green with a nice save. Wrapped around to the near boards. Brock Smothers tries to play it up. Send out to center ice. Poked loose by Poles. Poles, Smother, and Randall. To the corner it goes. Randall battles for it there. Ties a man up. Sent back to the blue line. Benzik. Shot. Wide of the net. Sioux City pulls it out. Randall dumps it back down. Back behind the net it goes. Moniger plays it to the corner. O&B kicks it out to center ice. Michael Poles drops off to Sammy Ruiz in the slot. High over the net. Sioux City controls it. Sent through center ice. All the way back. Blake Schrader there to pick it up. Played into the zone by Sioux City. Schrader chips it ahead to Weiner. Weiner sends it ahead to Hill. Hill tries to get it to Sammy Ruiz. Can't quite pull it off. Sent out by Sioux City. No ice. Benzik picks it up behind his own net. Played ahead to Cade Weiner. Sent across. Blake Schrader can't run it down. Weiner holds it just in the zone. Reverses his field to the slot. Drops it off. Shot. Just wide of the net. Picked up by Weiner again on the near boards. Reverses back down the middle. Drops it off. The Hill gives it back to Weiner. Fans on the shot. Weiner now in the corner. Spins away. Jensen Hill. Back to the point. Blake Schrader gets it over to Liam Henry. Henry shot. Deflected in front. Jensen Hill collects it in the corner. Wheels towards center ice. Now again to Henry. Henry from the tops of the circles. Into the Sioux City defender. Hill gets it off to Eli Schwartz. Schwartz shot. Held on by Moniger for the whistle. So Sheehy, Henkel, and Schwartz out. Backed by Liam Henry, Anders Hill. Face-off won by Sioux City. They'll try and play it up the boards. Knocked over to center ice. Played all the way back to the neutral zone. Anders just got it there. Plays it ahead. Gets it to Henkel. Henkel tries to send it in the zone. It's held up by Sioux City. Now played ahead again. Just on the blue line. Henkel sends it back out to neutral ice. Sent back in by Sioux City. Anders Hill back to get it in the corner. Behind the net over to Liam Henry. It's poked loose there. Comes out, loose in the slot. Bouncing puck, knocked down. Sheehy gets a piece of it. Now it's poked to the near boards. Back to the blue line. Turned over there. Sent down low. Shot saved by Breen. 4:48 left in the third and final period. Shots on goal favor the Saints, 37-20. We'll get Weiner, Ruiz, and Jensen Hill jumps over. Landon Schultz, Cooper Smith back on team. Sammy Ruiz wins the face-off, back behind the goal, sends it around the near boards, all the way back to the Sioux City zone. Weiner presses the breakout. Sioux City up the near side, now through center ice. Fed to the far side, back behind the net. And Schultz has it there, tries to send it up. Jensen Hill knocked off the puck temporarily. Now it's fed back in. Fired hard into the corner. Schultz has got it there. Reverses back behind to Cooper Smith. Smith breaks it out to Hill. Can't quite handle it. Dumped on net. Kicked to the side by Breen. Schultz now works it up the ice. Long cross ice pass up to Cade Weiner. Gets the brakes on the blue line. Dumps it right down to Sammy Ruiz. A little pushy woo-woo. We'll get Troush, Randall, and Michael Poles. 2 minutes for slashing. This will be on Sammy Ruiz. Sheehy and Henkel jump the boards. Now on the penalty kill for 2 minutes. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the period.
Saints penalty, 2 minutes, number 13. Sammy Ruiz for
Pucks down. Sioux City wins it. Back to the blue line.
penalty kill.
Stop. Stop. Holy. Slash this, ref!
All the way back to the blue line. Fanned on the shot. Now sent towards the net. Kick to the corner. Sioux City's got it there. Back to the blue line it comes. Big shot. Kicked wide. Loose puck. No! Said it went in and came back out. I didn't see that. But Sioux City on the board, 4-1. Sammy Ruiz fresh out of the box, back at center ice. Wins the faceoff back to Anders Hill. Anders plays it back up to center ice. Cade Weiner picks it up on the blue line. Into the zone he comes. Walks it back behind the net. Hits the brakes. Tries to slam it in. Anders Hill goes down. Leaks out to center ice. Now Weiner picks it up at the neutral zone. Forces it into the defensive zone. No call there.
Slice him in the head, and it's fine.
No call there.
Let us stick to the head.
2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the game. Sheehy, Henkel, and Schwartz out. Sheehy to the dot. Won by Sioux City. They get it back in the defensive zone. Tries to work it out the far side. Knocked loose by Henkel. Sioux City collects it. Now picked up by Sheehy at center ice. No trip there. Sent back in the defensive zone. Sioux City controls it there. They'll play it up the near boards. Liam Henry picks it up there. Now knocked loose by Alex Henkel. Plays it back to Anders Hill. Xander Sheehy back at defense. Sends it ahead to Henkel. Henkel across the blue line. It's poked loose there. Sent to the far side. Sioux City back into the defensive zone. Alex Henkel makes a steal. Shot saved. Played to the corner. Henkel's still down there, making life miserable for the Metros. Now they'll break it out through center ice. Blocked by Sheehy. Eli Schwartz with the steal. Works it towards the bench. Played ahead to Anders Hill. Jensen Hill. One of those hills. Into the far corner it goes. Jensen still battles for it. Tries to play it back to the D. Send all the way back. Liam Henry holds it just in the zone. Wraps it around just a little too hard for Jensen to grab. Cade Weiner plays it back to the blue line. Nobody home. Jensen Hill will go D to D over to Ben Zick. Zick carries it in. Big hit there. No attempt to play the puck whatsoever. Wrapped around to the near side. Sent out to center ice by Sioux City. Landon Schultz plays it ahead to Sammy Ruiz. Back to Schultz. Again, Cade Weiner chips it into the zone. Moniker plays it. Sends it back out. Out in front, loose in front. No call. No call. No call on any of that.
Not changing the score.
No call on any of that. Oh, now there's one. Dubuque player sent to the box.
Not changing the score.
Misconduct on Cade Weiner. .48 seconds left in this game. I think it was a straight 10 for Weiner. Straight 10, no 2 to go with it. Henkel, Sheehy, and Eli Schwartz jumps out. Liam Henry and Anders Hill back on D. Still 49 seconds left to go. One forward. Sheehy tries to take away from Monitor. Sioux City now. Dubuque takes it in the defensive zone. Eli Schwartz will wheel it out to center ice, chips it off the boards. Sioux City takes it back. Knocked away. Michael knocks it into the zone. Monitor back to get it behind the net. He'll wrap it around to the near side. Knocked down to the corner. Sheehy battles for it there. Played off the near boards. Big unnecessary hit there. Can't complain about getting roughed up when you throw it the other way too. 5 seconds left. Played out to center ice. And that'll do it here from Dubuque. Final score, Saints 4, Metros 1. Shots on goal, and with Dubuque 39, Sioux City 22. We'll see you back in the morning. JV contest, I believe, is at 10 a.m. This has been Xander's dad. Wishing you, if you can find a rink, you can find a friend. Have a good night.